Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Chris.
And Ralph.
And we are Chris and Ralph Productions. So for tonight, we are going to be doing our spoiler review for
Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
Yes, sir. So today is March 16th, Thursday. So it came out throughout the country. And this is the sequel to Shazam, the 2019 DC Films movie, starring Zachary Levi as Billy Batson, aka Shazam. So, Ralphie, I know, and this is spoilers as well, it's going to be in the title, spoilers review, we will be spoiling the movie. So, Ralphie, I know that Shazam, the first one, is your favorite DCEU movie, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, alongside with a few others.
A few others? Okay. So, going into this movie, what was something that you were, excited about that you've seen in the trailers and things like that?
For me, though, one thing I was exciting though, is just to have a good time and watching the movie.
Yeah. And that's the first one.
Yeah.
The first one is a good time, great music. I love the cast. And has a great family dynamic that develops throughout it. So,
Yeah.
Shazam is my third favorite DCEU movie going into this one, Fury of the Gods. Suicide Squad, 2021. Aquaman was number 2, and then the Shazam, the first one, was number 3 for me. So, Ralphie, this film starts off kind of like where we left off in the first one.
Yeah.
We see the Shazam family. Everybody has their powers.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to be heroes in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And we see Billy Batson. He kind of try to be the leader of this family.
Yeah.
So we start off. What was the very first scene?
Oh yeah, whenever they got the staff.
Yeah. So we get introduced to our main villains, who are Lucy Liu, Rachel Ziegler, and Helen Mirren. They're the main 3 villains for this movie. And basically we're introduced to them going into a museum and killing everybody in the museum. Very menacing, and just a great way to start off this film to show off the antagonist, that we're gonna see. But we start off with the badass bridge scene.
Yeah.
So, what was your initial reaction whenever you saw the Shazam family come out for the first time?
Like the scene though is pretty cool.
Why though?
It's pretty good though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever the Shazam family are saving
Everybody.
Yeah.
On the bridge, and then the music is "I Need a Hero,"
Hero.
that '80s song.
Yeah.
So we get to see their new upgraded suits.
Yeah.
Which are different from the first one.
Yeah, because there's a reason why.
And tell them why.
Because since this film was originally supposed to release after The Flash.
Yeah.
And the Flash movie was set to cause a paradox.
Yeah, Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
So this one was supposed to come after and be kind of like the reset of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically a new start of the era.
Okay. I really enjoy the suits. So we see Zachary Levi as Billy Batson, and he's obviously still bringing the comedy, still bringing the quick little jokes that he's pumping out, and he still, shows that he is Shazam. Shazam is a Superman-like character, super strength, flying, and all the characters are fast, strong, so they all have the same power sets.
Yeah.
They all can shoot lightning from their hands and things like that. And I think it's just a great dynamic for the Shazam family. And one thing is that they're hiding it from their parents.
Yeah.
So, what was your initial thoughts seeing them trying to hide it from their parents, the Shazam family?
Yeah, because them though of course superhero characters need a secret identity.
Yeah. So they're no different. They want to
Yeah.
keep their identity as kids separate from their identity as the Shazams. And then we get a glimpse of their lair. So at the end of the last one of Shazam, we see that they have this dope layer that was left to them. So now we get to see how they've made changes.
Yeah.
There's pinball machines. There's decorations
and light
like neon lights and nice lighting, colorful lights.
Yeah.
And TVs everywhere. So they really decked it out with some cool stuff.
A mini fridge.
A mini fridge. We saw some Funko Pops of them.
Yeah.
There were some figures that aren't Shazam. We saw a Mary Shazam. I saw a Mary Shazam figure. I was like, McFarlane?
Yeah, and also there was like plush on the front of the TV.
Yeah, they had their own homemade plushes that they made it themselves or someone made for them. So we get to see basically how they're going to be as a team. We see that Billy is trying to be the leader. He calls a meeting, and we start to see that it's tough for him to lead. Not because he's not necessarily a bad leader. It's just because everyone's trying to do their own thing.
Yeah.
So that's the first plot point that we're really introduced for this family is that they're all trying to go about their own thing. Freddie is trying to go and be a hero on his own. Yeah. Mary is worrying about school. Pedro is, they were hinting at that he was gay and, he was struggling trying to tell people, his family. So that was something that they were, alluding to early in the film. And then we had Darla. She was being a kid still.
Yeah.
Eugene was still a gamer.
Yeah.
Am I forgetting anybody? No, I think that's everybody. And they have Billy, Freddie. And, I just really liked seeing them interact with each other as the super selves. Yeah. I thought that was really cool. So, Ralphie, we go throughout this film, and we go on this great adventure with the antagonist, which is the sisters, the three sisters. Yeah. So, Ralphie, what were some of your favorite scenes for Shazam: Fury of the Gods?
Like the bridge scene.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever, like scenes doing in the third act.
Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and let's jump towards towards closer to the third act. So we see the Shazam family, and they're fighting the three sisters.
Yeah.
The three sisters are kicking their ass, and the three sisters now have the power staff that the what was his name? The wizard that he gave Billy to give their powers.
Yeah.
So the three sisters are taking their powers back of the kids. And also we see that Athena, who's played by Rachel Ziegler, she's kind of having a struggle on whose side is she on, because she's with her sisters trying to help them, fill this plan out. But at the same time, she's falling for Freddy. So we get to see, sort of that dynamic. And they have a lot of great scenes together. Yeah. So we see basically the kids lose their powers.
Yeah.
And then we go into sort of the third act where there's a bunch of monsters.
Yeah.
Get into that stuff, because I thought that stuff was great.
Yeah, like the Cyclops, Scorpion Lions.
Yeah.
And those
Minotaurs.
Yeah, and those wings with greasy hair.
Yeah, there were some like bat-looking creatures that had like long, stringy hair. Yeah, they looked disgusting because their faces were crazy.
Yeah.
But I thought the CGI was dope.
Yeah.
The CGI throughout the entire film looked amazing. I thought the way that they shot their action scenes for them to be, CG'd and stuff, I thought it added a lot of gravity and weight to the action that was actually being put on the screen. And that's one of the best parts for me. And one of my favorite parts of this movie is that the action is incredible. We see that they have to now tell their parents that they're the Shazam family.
Yeah.
Because things are starting to fall apart. All of Philadelphia is covered in a dome.
Yeah.
And talk about that scene whenever they finally tell their parents.
So yeah, after they were trying to run away from the layer, because the dragon somehow able to go through to the door.
Yeah.
And after they were fixing the exit, they tried to get the parents wake up so they could get out. They're like, no, we have to tell them. Well, this is
and the parents were like freaked out.
Yeah.
Because the dad was like, no wonder why there's always lightning strikes in our house.
Yeah.
And so they finally have to tell their parents that they're the Shazam family, and they go on the rest of the third act, which is where the family have to stop basically the monsters, and Billy has to go and stop Lucy Liu's character, which is her name. It's escaping it. I can't pronounce that. So Lucy Liu's character, he basically has to fight her and stop her because Lucy Liu killed Helen Mirren's character, but she turns out, she gets brought back to life, and she took away Rachel Ziegler's character's powers. All right, Ralphie. So let's get into that third act and that fight scene between Billy Batson and Lucy Liu and that dragon.
Yeah.
Get into that. What you thought about all that?
So yeah, like the lighting, the visuals, looks really better.
Yeah, it was dope. And seeing, and I had told Ralphie in our out of theater reaction, seeing Shazam sort of be his full potential is really, really dope. Seeing like Shazam be powerful. And things like that. And then sadly, spoilers, we see that Billy dies.
Yeah. I was getting a bit emotional.
I got emotional. I got super emotional because I care about these characters. And to see Billy, sacrifice himself to, beat Lucy Liu's character, it was actually pretty sad. Because then she ends up dying, the dragon ends up dying, and all the monsters that she brought to life end up dying. And we see that Billy ended up dying. And we see this very emotional scene where Freddy is crying, everyone's crying because they see Billy's dead. And then what happens next?
And cut away to the funeral scene.
Yes, they bury him.
Yeah, they bury him. And as in everyone else, like the Shazam family, I was starting to get emotional, and the wizard said, "There's no gods left." Until guess who shows up? It's none other than Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot shows up. And earlier in the film, Billy has a dream that he's on a date with Wonder Woman. So you see Wonder Woman from the neck down. You see Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, is this another like Superman situation from the first one?
Yeah, and also the wizard head.
Oh yeah, and the wizard, he pops up with his beard on Wonder Woman's body, and Billy's like, oh my god, what the hell's happening? I'm confused. But we see Wonder Woman show up at the end. And she basically brings back Billy to life because she's a demigod or a god. And she uses the staff, brings it back to life. Happy ending.
Yeah.
We get to see Gal Gadot. And Billy's like, oh, well, I'll be 18 in a few months, so you hit me up or whatever. But that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and also whenever Billy and Wizard said, okay, wait, does that able get the powers back? The Wizard said yes. So, okay, who wants the powers back? And the siblings raised their hands, and the father raised his hand.
Yeah, the dad, he wanted to get powers too. And I thought that was going to happen. I had told you, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I in my head, I was thinking, man, maybe the dad and the mom get powers, but they didn't. But I thought that was really dope. And then basically we have a happy ending. They're eating dinner, credits roll, and we will get into those post-credit scenes real quick. But I just want to talk about our favorite scenes. My favorite scene was the climax building up to the third act. Everything's going to hell in the city. There's monsters loose, and it looks like there's no hope for the Shazam family and people within the city. No one else has their powers but Billy, Shazam. He's the only one with his powers. And we see that everyone, basically Billy's telling them, hey guys, I gotta go on my own and I gotta go stop her. And the mom tells Billy, or tells Shazam, like, hey, before you go, I want to see Billy. Not as Shazam, I want to see Billy. Billy says Shazam, goes back into regular form, and he basically tells her, like, hey, I'll leave when I turn 18 because I know I'm aging out of the system. And she starts to cry and says, you're never going to age out of this family. I was getting emotional because it was a beautiful moment because, Billy never had his dad. His mom abandoned him literally at a fair, and he's been on his own for a while. And then he finds this family, and he's been trying to fit in. And he finally calls her mom, the character, the foster mom. Finally calls her mom. She gets emotional. He starts crying. He says Shazam, and he goes about and finishes off the rest of the movie. That's my favorite scene. What's your favorite scene in the movie?
Let's see. So I always said the bridge scene and this dynamic moment scene there. Yeah. With the characters. Like I actually like those scenes.
Those are your favorite scenes, like the family moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the family moments were really incredible throughout the film. But I guess that's pretty much the gist of the movie. I absolutely loved it. Personally, I think this movie did a lot more for me than the first one, and I've seen the first one like 15 times because I really, really enjoyed the first one. All right, Ralphie. So we've only seen Shazam: Fury of the Gods once.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick, but which one do you prefer now? The first one or the second one?
Let's see.
And if you don't, if you like both, obviously you don't gotta pick.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to choose between.
Yeah.
But just like I'm gonna say maybe for now though until. Maybe me doing the 2023 film rank soon.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, so every time at the end of a spoiler review, we always like to give our ratings. I'm gonna go ahead and give mine. Honestly, Ralphie,
Right.
I think this is a 10 film. I'm giving
Yeah.
this a 10 out of 10. It was fun, great family elements. The CG was amazing. The fights were amazing. I thought Zachary Levi did an incredible job leading, and I really enjoyed the villains. I thought their reasonings and their scenes with each other, I thought was really dope. So I'm giving this movie a 10. Now I think this is the first 10 I've given on our channel. I don't remember, but Ralphie, what are you giving this movie?
Either an 8 or a 9.50.
0.50? That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. All right, guys. Well, that is
the post-credit scene.
Oh, yes, the post-credit scene. Totally forgot. Okay, mid-credit scene. We see Economos and Hardcore are walking in the woods, and Economos is bitching because his feet hurt, and Hardcore is giving him shit, like your shoes are shitty. So we're just seeing them walk in the woods.
Yeah.
And basically, Hardcore is telling Economos, we gotta go meet this guy because Walder told us he's really dope, and she wants him to be part of our team. They end up meeting Billy in the woods.
Yeah.
Like at an abandoned gas station somewhere in the woods. And then go ahead.
And they like, why don't you join the team, which is the Justice and Billy like, yes, I would like to join, be part of Justice League, Justice Society.
Yeah, so there's two different Justice teams. So they recruited him to be part of Justice Society.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ralphie, what's like and then Billy's like, man, that's kind of confusing. You have the Justice League and the Justice Society. We should think of a different name for our team. And what does he say?
Yeah, as soon as he was suggesting other name, he said, what about the Avenger Society?
He says Avenger Society. He's like, ooh, I like that for some reason. I thought that was really dope. So obviously, they're setting up Billy to be a part of the Justice Society. With the changes being made, we will see if that does come to fruition. But, time will tell. But I do want to see Shazam again. The second post-credit scene was basically a replica of the post-credit scene for the first movie.
Yeah.
We see Dr. Savan. He is still in prison. He still has writings all over the wall. And then we see, I don't know the caterpillar's name, but the caterpillar basically shows up and tells the doctor, like, hey, I have a plan. Doctor's like, what is it? And then the caterpillar crawls away. And that's pretty much it. Literally, that's pretty much the post-credit scene. But those are the two. One sets up more than the other, personally. I really, really enjoyed the Hardcore one, the Justice Society one. And then the second one is fun. We will see what they do with that, but time will tell. All right, guys. But as always, we do appreciate the support. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like. We have a bunch of other reviews on our channel for other DC movies, for other Marvel movies, for movies in general. But guys, we do appreciate it. As always, I am Chris.
And Ralph.
Drop a comment down below if you've seen the movie, what's your thoughts on it. And we will catch y'all next time. Peace.